EWHS High School Faculty and Staff Handbook Updates 2020 through 2021. Discover, excel, become. Video contents. Section 1, schedule, calendar, meetings, leave, and communication. Section 2, arrivals, breakfast, lunch, and departures. Section 3, attendance, exams, guest speakers, field trips. Section 4, EAP, technology, talking points, and the virtual academy. Return to the workplace. With the rapidly changing information regarding the impact of COVID-19 on the school system, employees are strongly encouraged to check for updates and information on Wake Connect. The updates include information and guidance related to return to work, employee leave, accommodation requests for high-risk employees, teleworking, and other topics. Please visit www.wcpss.net/COVID-19 and Wake Connect for more information. This handbook is the official school guide specifically for operations at EWHS High School. All faculty and staff and students are responsible for complying with and are expected to be familiar with the WCPSS Code of Student Conduct and school board policies governing student behavior and conduct. All Code of Student Conduct policies are contained in the WCPSS Student Parent Handbook, which is distributed to all students and parents at the beginning of each school year or upon enrollment in the WCPSS. These WCPSS policies are also located on the WCPSS district website. If there is a conflict between the rules expressed in this handbook and the WCPSS policies and procedures, the WCPSS policies shall take precedence. Mission statement. EWHS High School will educate all students to be college and career ready and to be valuable contributors in the community. Vision statement. EWHS High School is a safe and rigorous learning environment in which all students and staff are inspired, engaged, and supported to reach their potential. Value statements. EWHS High School will encourage and model integrity, compassion, and creativity, provide engaging, rigorous, and relevant instruction to prepare all students to be critical thinkers and problem solvers, provide a safe, respectful learning environment, and partner with our community stakeholders to fully achieve our shared vision. School address 5101 Roseville Road, Wendell, North Carolina 27591. What's new? This presentation is solely designed to highlight items that are newly minted for the 2020-21 school term. It is not the entirety of the EWHS High School Faculty Handbook. It is an expectation that faculty and staff members familiarize themselves with all policies, practices, and procedures in the EWHS High School Faculty Handbook. Please see Assistant Principal Mrs. Katanya Ford if you have questions, comments, concerns, or wonderings. Section 1, Plan B schedule, calendar, meetings, leave, communications. EWHS High School daily schedule. The Plan A daily schedule will be added at a later date. Plan B transition, Plan C, as well as virtual academy. Please take a look at the posted times for the class periods as well. All students will check in with the teacher the first 5 minutes of the class period. Teachers will indicate whether live instruction will occur the first half or the second half of the period. All teachers will conduct live class the first 2 weeks of school. Calendar and dates to remember. Report card issue dates. Report cards will be distributed to students each grading period. Parents should expect students to bring report cards home on these dates. The June report card will be mailed home. Required teacher work days are as follows: August 13th, August 14th, which is virtual Meet the Teacher, October 23rd, January 19th, February 16th is curriculum night, April 6th, and June 11th. 2020-21 meeting dates. PLTs will meet every Wednesday from 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. unless otherwise noted. Planning period staff, alternate format. After school staff meetings, alternate format. Leadership meeting, beginning teachers meetings, school improvement meetings are all posted here as well. East High School 2020 through 2021 testing calendar. The purpose of this document is to share as much information as possible about all testing that will have to take place during the 2020 through 2021 school year. Please review the dates below and use them for your planning purposes. Some of the dates are subject to change. We will keep you posted if this happens. On exam days, all students will remain on campus in a designated area at the end of their last exam unless a written parent notification is provided to release the student. An official parent notification form will be provided. Leaves, absences, and coverage. The board recognizes the importance of having a low absentee rate among school personnel in order to provide consistent services and instruction to students. Regular attendance is a duty of employment and an essential function of the job for all school system employees. The principal may request a doctor's note for any sick leave request. The request for leave form can be found on East High School's Canvas site or at www.wcpss.net. Click on Forms, search for Leave, and click on the Requested for link. Policies governing leave can be found in the 2020-21 Employee Handbook. Leave will be keyed as non-paid if a leave form is not received within 3 days following an unplanned absence. All absences must be documented on a leave form, typed, then submitted via Jot forms. Leave forms must be turned in with the ASOP job number to avoid the absence being keyed as non-paid leave. For questions, please contact Ms. Webb at 919-365-2625 extension 24178. If sick leave is requested for absences of more than 3 days duration, a physician statement or other acceptable proof that the employee was unable to work due to personal illness, medical appointment, illness, death in the immediate family, or adoption will be required. Any leave that is not scheduled prior to an absent must have prior approval. A leave form must be submitted to the principal in advance. If sick leave is requested in advance, the employee must submit a doctor's note upon returning to work. Leave must be used in 1/2 or whole day units. An employee who is absent less than 1/2 day shall be charged with the use of 1/2 day of leave. If an absence is more than 1/2 day but less than 1 full day, 1 day of leave shall be charged. Leave forms must be filled out completely. Employee's full name, employee number, subject area, school and email address. Leave forms must be signed and dated along with the job number from ASOP. Do not fill in the name of the substitute unless you know your substitute in advance. If a teacher assistant substitutes for your classroom, please fill in the TA's name and state TA beside it. Teachers and the counselors must also report their absences through ASOP. Submit all leave forms through the Jot Forms link. If there are questions about submitted leave forms, you will be contacted via email. Leaving campus during the instructional day. Leaving campus instructional day. All employees are required to sign out and sign in when leaving campus during the instructional day. Signing out should take place on the fingerprint sign-in machine. It is extremely important that we know where each staff member is in case of an emergency. Leaving for more than 30 minutes must be approved by an administrator prior. Upon return to campus, all staff must report to the main office and go back through the health screening process again or produce the prior health check documentation from arrival that morning. Procedure for communications request. Staff and student and parent organizations will use the communication request form to request permission for communication to be sent out via their website, weekly announcements, daily student messages, or intercom announcements. The form is located on the East Wake High School webpage. It is listed under Warrior Updates as Communication Request Form. The information will be reviewed for approval by an administrator. The message will not be communicated until all information is received and approved. Please ensure your contact information is correct. Section 2, Morning Arrival, Breakfast, Lunch, and Departures. Arrival. It is the expectation that staff will arrive on campus and be in their class ready to receive students before 6:45 a.m. There will be consideration for child care concerns. However, they need to be addressed with Mr. Olson prior to August 10, 2020. Staff will ensure they follow the expectations pointed out in the Return to Workplace Guide, which is on page 3, prior to reporting to work. When arriving at East Wake High School, all employees will enter the building using the front entrance or the side entrance near the chicken coop to undergo a health screening. The health screening process contains 2 parts, a symptom screening checklist and an on-site temperature check. Once they are cleared, they will receive something to indicate they have been cleared. Employees who are feeling unwell or have a temperature of 100.4 or higher must go home immediately. Follow instructions posted in the Return to Workplace Guide, page 5, before returning to work. The chicken coop check-in entrance will be open from 6:30 a.m. to 6:45 a.m. No employees will be able to enter that entrance after that time. Any employees arriving after that time will need to use the front entrance check-in station. All employees working in a school environment will have access to hand sanitizing stations at every school entrance and exit in the cafeteria and in every class. It is the expectation that all staff utilize the sanitation station upon arrival. All students, staff, and essential visitors are required to wear a face mask prior to entering the building. Students will begin unloading cars and buses to enter the building at 6:45 a.m. No student will be permitted to leave their vehicle or be unloaded from the bus prior to 6:45 a.m. All students will enter East Wake High School using the atrium doors from 6:45 a.m. to 7:25 a.m. All students from carpool and student parking will use the walkway with awning closest to the cafeteria and office area to walk to the atrium, adhering to social distancing practices and signage posted on outside columns. All students riding buses will follow social distancing procedures as stated in the Return to School Guide on page 9. All students unloading from buses will use the walkway with the awning closest to the transportation area to walk to the atrium, adhering to social distancing practices and signage posted on outside columns. Approximately 3 to 4 check-in stations will be set up in the atrium entrance. Appointed staff members wearing PPE will be at the check-in stations to assist with student check-in. Any student that does not have a face mask, temperature will still be taken and will be asked to move to the media center in another area away from those that have a temperature. Once out of line, someone will check in on them and have them sign for a mask if they agree to wear one, or call a parent for immediate pickup if they refuse. All students will be asked a series of health-related questions prior to entering the building, as well as have their temperatures taken using a contactless thermometer as pointed out in Return to School Guide, page 10. Once they are cleared, they will receive something to indicate they have been cleared. After students have passed the check-in, they will proceed to pick up breakfast from 2 cafe kiosks that will be set up near the elevator and near the gym in the atrium, and follow the instructions below. Markings on the floor will show where students need to stand, and school personnel will assist students in adhering to social distancing. Students sanitize their hands at the sanitizing station as needed under the supervision of school personnel. To promote faster service, CNS will serve grab-and-go meals at the hallway station located near the gym entrance and near the elevator in the atrium. Students pick up their meals from a designated area, and CNS staff verifies that meal meets reimbursable meal standards. Via a touchless system, depending on the technology available, students will scan their ID card using a touchless pen pad scanner, or tell the CNS cashier their ID number to be keyed into the CNS POS system or recorded on a roster. Students will leave the serving area following the markings on the floor and go to their classrooms to eat their meal. If a student does not wish to get breakfast, they will report to class immediately. Every student will adhere to social distance practices and signage posted throughout the building. No student shall loiter in any hallways, restrooms, unassigned classrooms, etc. for any reason. This prevents a higher risk of contraction and for germs to be transferred from one party to another. In the event a student's temperature is 100.4 or higher, those students will be escorted to the Media Center reference/quarantine area. In this area, their temperature will be checked again, and then if it is still 100.4 or higher, a parent or guardian will be immediately notified for pickup. Students assigned to the reference/quarantine area will adhere to social distancing practices and will use the restroom located in that area only. Note the student entry example in the video below. Arrivals. Any staff member who leaves campus during the instructional day must notify an administrator, sign out, then upon returning sign in and follow the health screening process. All staff members must sign in daily for accountability purposes. If a staff member is going to arrive late, he or she must text 919-626-2861. The employee must include their name in the text message. Employees arriving late more than 3 times per quarter will be formally reprimanded. Eastwick High School lunch procedures. Each class will be assigned a lunchtime during third period. Times will be assigned in 5-minute increments. Your class is to arrive in the cafeteria at your assigned lunchtime, not leaving your classroom at that time. Teachers should walk their students to the cafeteria to pick up their lunch and return to their classroom to eat. Students should remain socially distanced on the way to the cafeteria, returning to the classroom, and while eating lunch. The lunch period will be 20 minutes. Students should clean their area after lunch and place all trash in the trash can. Place trash bag outside of the classroom at the end of the lunch period for pickup. There will be no off-campus lunch this semester. Please take note of the cafeteria procedures in the video below. Eastwick High School departures and dismissal procedures. For dismissal, buses will be parked in the parking lot by routes. All double-back routes and cab riders will be dismissed first. Students will have staggered dismissal in 5 waves. The bell will be used to indicate it is time for a wave of students to be dismissed. At the first bell, specific teachers located in different areas of the building will walk their students out using the designated exits. Transportation exit if you are in the 1700 hall, ramp exit near bus lot if you are in the 150 or 250 halls, atrium exit if you are in the 1500, 140, 240, 1200 or 2200 halls and the gym, front exit if you are in the 1300 and 2300 halls. At the second bell, specific teachers located in different areas of the buildings will walk their students out using the designated exits. Those exits are transportation exit if you are in the 1700 hall, ramp exit near bus lot if you are in the 150 or 250 halls, atrium exit if you are in the 1500, 140, 240, 1200, 2200 halls in the gym, front exit if you are in the 1300 and 2300 halls. At the third bell, specific teachers located in different areas of the building will walk their students out using the designated exits. Those exits are the transportation exits if you are in the 1700 hall, Ramp exit near bus lot if you're in the 150 or 250 halls. Atrium exit if you're in the 1500, 140, 240, 1200, 2200 halls in the gym. Front exit if you're in the 1300 and 2300 halls. At the fourth bell, specific teachers located in different areas of the building will walk their students out using the designated exits. Designated exits are the transportation exit if you're in the 1700 hall, ramp exit near bus lot if you're in the 150 or 250 halls, atrium exit if you're in the 1500, 140, 240, 1200, 2200 halls and the gym, front exit if you're in the 1300 and 2300 halls. At the fifth bell, specific teachers located in the different areas of the building will walk their students out using the designated exits. Those designated exits are the transportation exit if you're in the 1700 hall, ramp exit near bus lot if you're in the 150 or 250 halls, atrium exit if you're in the 1500, 140, 240, 1200, 2200 halls in the gym, front exit if you're in the 1300 and 2300 halls. All teachers that have fourth period planning will help students adhere to social distance practices as they exit campus. Students are always expected to practice social distancing on the buses. Section 3. WCPSS Attendance Guidelines, Exam Exemptions, Guest Speakers, and Field Trips. This document provides school staff with additional guidance about taking attendance while in online instruction during the 2020-2021 school year. A student cannot be considered absent solely due to not logging into an online resource lesson on a remote learning day. A student will be marked as present off-site based on evidence of student engagement. A teacher who has a face-to-face interaction or virtual meeting or phone interaction with a student on that current day can mark a student present off-site. A teacher may change a student's attendance based on evidence of student engagement that is collected after the current day due to completion of work that is turned in at a later date. This information is also located on the Wake County Schools website. Attendance Guidelines for Remote Instruction 2020 through 2021, grades 6 through 12. Teachers will have the option to take attendance visually in synchronous settings. Teachers also have the option to have students log into a Google form which will provide a timestamp each day when in live instruction or submit assignments for daily attendance to be taken. For students who have not logged into the Google form each day, students will follow existing processes for students with 3 consecutive absences. Teachers will log attendance in PowerSchool. Attendance will be submitted daily. If students are unable to log in and/or submit a required assignment within the assigned time frame, and a staff member makes 3 attempts to reach the student will then be counted absent. This will occur after 3-day window. Teachers will not grade students based upon attendance in daily instruction. Work completion/submission can be included in the student's work habits portion of the report card. Excused and unexcused absences. WCPSS will follow board policy for excused and unexcused absences. While the reasons for excused absences are not anticipated, we do encourage principals to evaluate and renorm how they utilize those codes and/or approve excused absences. Because the reasons for excusing absences were not written in anticipation of a fully online environment, principals are encouraged to show grace to the degree appropriate when requests are submitted. Attendance guidelines for remote instruction. Strategies to engage students. Create a remote learning environment that encourages students to attend every day. Share information on the importance of attendance and engagement during learning. Consider the following best practices. Greet students at the beginning of class time. Explain expectations around attendance. Communicate to parents how absences or tardies will be recorded. Exams, guest speakers, and field trips. Senior exam exemptions. High schools are asked to observe the following guidance for senior exam exemptions in the 2020 through 2021 school year. Students will be exempt from their exam for any course that does not require state testing and for which the student has a final average of C or better. For the 2020 through 2021 school year, absences will not be considered in the determination of senior exam exemptions. Guest speakers and field trips are canceled until further notice. Section 4. EAP, Technology, Talking Points, and the Virtual Academy. WCPSS Employee Assistance Program, also known as EAP. The challenges we face may create stress, uncertainty, and anxiety. That is why all employees are encouraged to explore the many free resources offered by the Employee Assistance Program to support your physical, mental, and emotional health and well-being. What is offered through EAP? Our Employee Assistance Program is provided by Deer Oaks EAP. Through Deer Oaks, the district can offer numerous health and wellness resources, including the following: personal counseling and assessments with local mental health providers, 24/7 telephone and crisis counseling for employees, dependents, and household members, legal and financial assistance, professional referrals to health plan and community resources, and resources related to child, elderly care, parenting needs, health and wellness matters, smoking cessation, weight management, and stress management. Communicating via technology at East Wake High School. Communicating through technology. All staff members are expected to create and maintain a Canvas site for each course taught. Canvas will include course assignments, expectations, and policies and grading procedures. Canvas should be updated regularly and provide current information. New link for student technology needs. The technology desk is offering assistance for students now. Grades. By using PowerSchool, parents can monitor student progress regularly, which can result in improved student achievement and allow for early intervention. Grades should be updated prior to Monday weekly in PowerSchools by all teachers. At least one grade per week should be issued in PowerSchool. A printed interim must be provided for parents who do not have access to a computer. At the end of each semester, a complete gradebook report must be submitted to administration. This report must include all grades, tests, quizzes, homeworks, final grades, exam grade, attendance, etc. Data projectors. LCD projectors are in high demand. Currently, we need to coordinate sharing the equipment we have in order to best serve the students and allow all teachers the opportunity to supplement their lessons with projection presentations. Media specialists are responsible for coordinating a schedule for the use of our projectors. You can pick up the projector before school and it must be checked in at the end of the day. Do not send a hot bulb with a student, just send the bulb number. Equipment checkout. Tape recorders, players, DVD players, VCRs, slide projectors, tripods, digital cameras, and video cameras are available. Equipment assigned to you should be kept in your classroom. You are responsible for keeping your equipment clean and secured against falling from carts. Any equipment assigned to you that you no longer need must be returned to the media center to be assigned to another teacher. Under no circumstances should students be allowed to move TV cards and/or equipment. They may assist you with supervision. We will not check out any equipment for a student. Student Technology Assistance Form. Students are able to contact the WCPSS Help Desk for technological assistance via a Help Desk ticket. This service is also available in Spanish. This form can be found on the WCPSS website under the Technology Division link. Talking Points. This platform allows teachers to communicate with parents via text messages easily, including parents who don't speak English. The software will sync directly to parent contact information in PowerSchool. In addition, it provides a multilingual family engagement platform that helps you to engage with your families, keep connected with your students, and get the most critical information out to your communities. We will not use Remind this year. East Wake High School Virtual Academy. Enrollment in the WCPSS Virtual Academy. Students will remain enrolled at their current school as assigned by WCPSS student assignment. Support for special education services will be provided by qualified teachers and related service providers. Students will continue to receive updates and services via their assigned school. These services include, but are not limited to, AIG, ESL, intervention, and 504 services. K-12 students and families who participate in the virtual academy will be permitted to participate in co-curricular and extracurricular activities, including athletics, through their current school. Parents of students not currently enrolled in Wake County Public School System should go to the Office of Student Assignment website for enrollment procedures prior to applying for the WCPSS Virtual Academy. Once a student is enrolled in a school, the assigned school will provide families with the option to enroll in the WCPSS Virtual Academy. For magnet school students, magnet programming will be implemented to the degree possible in the online environment. Teachers will work in collaboration with other school staff members to align instructional practices and expectations. It will not be feasible to offer all specials, elective programs in a fully online environment. Students who choose the Wake County Public School System's Virtual Academy program option may need to adjust specials and elective schedule choices. Students and families will have support from a student help desk for technology assistance. Students and families will have access to library and media services. Daily structure in the WCPSS Virtual Academy. Students who choose fully online instruction should expect the following to be true across all grade levels. To the degree possible, students will be assigned teachers from their current school. However, in some cases, WCPSS may assign students to different schools within a region to form classes. Students will experience a daily school schedule that includes the same components of the school day as their grade level peers participating in face-to-face or blended instruction to the degree feasible. Students will receive counseling and social-emotional support from their current school staff. Students will experience an intentional effort on the part of their school staff to make meaningful connections and to create a true classroom community.